It's been a wild week. We had Jay Powell on the Hill. We had the jobs report. We had the State of the Union address. A lot of things for investors to consider. Also, the S&P hitting a new record. What do you see happening today? What's your WEX word of the day?
So my WEX word of the day is indifferent. There was lots of chatter yesterday all over CNBC and other news networks about the State of the Union, and I really don't think that the market is going to move based on the State of the Union address. It was a very spirited address. There's still lots to talk about it, but I really don't think that we're going to see any permanent movement around the election until closer to November.
Indifferent? Wow, I wasn't expecting that one. Just not worried about it either way.
Well, listen, I think that there are other headlines on the docket for today. The jobs report we've been talking about all morning, and I think that is already, listen, you were talking about it earlier. It's moving futures markets. It's going to be moving the market today over the State of the Union. All
right, so right now you're kind of looking at what moves you want to make going into March. We got some guidance from Jay Powell. The cuts, they're coming. It's just not clear when. So how are you moving portfolios? What are you looking at right now? What considerations do you have?
Well, listen, I think we can look at what's been going on for the past few months. Listen, like the fourth quarter earnings season has really been strong. So it's really good evidence that should really support stocks moving forward. When we look at the Magnificent Seven, as we've been talking about for weeks now, a lot of those stocks, a few of those stocks are not really doing well. So we look at like Tesla, Apple, Google, all down. That may be a sign that leadership is broadening. So maybe an opportunity for investors to kind of diversify their equity portfolio. So I'm looking at that. And then, of course, you've also been talking about bonds today. It might be an opportunity, a good entry point for investors to look at longer duration bonds with the yield news.
Okay, so you're looking to broaden out your portfolio in general, your clients' portfolios, but your picks for us are solidly in the tech space. One of them is Broadcom. I had earnings last night. The other one, also a chip maker. Why buy these now? Chips are trading pretty close to all-time highs, minus these earnings. But the SMH ETF, I mean, generally, chips have just been moving higher all year long. Why buy in now?
Listen, I think you have to be in these stocks. And I like the idea of diversifying, right? I like the idea of not putting all your baskets, putting all your money in NVIDIA. And so Micron and Broadcom, as I sent you, are really good ways to play the chip market. When we look at Micron, it's been underperforming its peers. It's a good buying opportunity. It's the third largest supplier of DRAM chips, has 23% of the market share, fifth largest supplier of NAND chips, 11% of the market share, and it's almost about year-to-date 16%. In contrast to a company like NVIDIA, which is really kind of skyrocketing. So a little bit of a sale, comparatively speaking. Then when we move to Broadcom, yes, you mentioned that they dropped earnings last night. And here's the big thing. They beat, right? They had a great earnings report, but yet the stock was down. And I think, number one, we've kind of been, investors have been kind of used to this kind of like NVIDIA-like news where the company's guidance is really much higher. And so guidance was in line with the street, but maybe, we're just a little bit used to higher guidance. And so that was reflected in the movement of the stock. So I think this is a really good buying opportunity.
All right, so I want to go back to your other theme, the broadening out of the market. There was a note yesterday. Somebody referenced Madonna saying it was a material world. Materials the best performing sector over the last month. Is that one of the sectors you would put money into as you look at the broadening, or is there one in particular or a couple in particular that you're eyeing?
Say that again.
I said, would you put money into materials right now, or is there a different sector that you're eyeing right now as you look at that broadening?
So listen, when I'm talking about the broadening, I'm not just talking about the sector. And yes, performance is actually like broadening across sectors. But I'm really talking about diversifying outside of these really, really big name stocks. So healthcare, I've talked about that in the show. I love these, the promise of these and the delivery of these GLP-1 drugs. So I think that healthcare is another sector that I'd be looking at as well.